Hello everybody, my name's Shalise. Welcome out everybody to my Digimon Adventure Last Evolution Kizuna movie review. This film is just utterly, and I mean utterly fantastic. This is the last adventure of the Digimon Adventure kids. Tai, Agumon, Matt, Sora, that. And what is this film about? For a last film to have the entire saga like this, is it the end note? Is it the best end note you can have? And it is. They respected so much of the lore that came beforehand. They did a bit of nostalgia moments while always respecting what came before and doing new things. I love this film. This film is utterly fantastic. Now, you all know my reasons why I'm iffy about the Digimon Tri series in general, because the first three were pretty solid films, and then the fourth and sixth, the 4 through 6, they kind of lost where they were going with this. But Digimon Adventure, The Last Evolution, there is just one film, hour and 30 minutes, and it just really deals with the fact that the Digidestineds are growing up. Tai and Matt are a little bit, they still do a little bit what Tri did. They don't know how they are when they're growing up. They don't, like a lot of people, they got their own things. People are separated from each other, and friends slowly drift apart. And for Digimon Last Evolution, this is the last evolution for both Tai and Agumon and Matt and Gabumon. Because the Digidestineds told their kids they're going to lose their Digimon because the Digivices will basically turn to dust. And the Digimon will leave them eventually when they grow up because they don't have no more room for growth. And it's just utterly fantastic, this beautiful storyline. I mean, they had so many great nostalgia. Before going into more of the story, they had so many great nostalgia moments with like how the little mannerisms, the little details, I love it. It's just when Tai's just like has his like messed up face, he's like he doesn't know what he's gonna do and all that stuff. It's just a fantastic. Those little moments is what made Digimon so great. And also, what happens is like there's this Digimon that's in the internet, kind of nostalgia of the 2000 movie, and it's Tai, Izzy, TK, and Matt. Same group that went in the first, the Digimon movie, the American movie, or the Digimon War Games, and all that stuff. And basically, that is the same group that went into the internet and tried to stop the evil Digimon from taking over. Yeah, same exact one. Those are little nostalgia moments right then and there. And again, they rely on nostalgia, but they're showing new stuff. I mean, the last bit of this entire film nearly got me tearing up. I mean, I can't even tell you how much I adore this film. This is a throwback and love to the original Digimon back then, and that was like 25 years ago. And it was utterly fantastic. I grew up with Digimon. It's one of my favorite, it is probably one of my favorite entertainment franchises of all time. I mean, if we're talking about movies, TV shows of all genres and everything, Digimon will be into my top 5 on a desert island and all that stuff. It's that fucking great. And I love this movie. This movie, even though they kind of took some things from like Digimon Tri series where, you know, you got that one Digidestined who lost to Digimon and all that stuff. Kind of similar. But to me, it was a little bit more better in this film just because of the fact is they didn't leave everything so open-ended in the Tri movies. But this one, it's not open. Everything's a shut case. And Matt and Tai really have to face other Digidestined and tell them, you have to grow up, we have to move on, we have to do this. And even though they don't want to leave their Digimon, and even though they have to battle this evil, they know they will lose their Digimon partners forever. Forever. Because, you know, nothing really lasts forever in Digimon. And the fact is we get that, and it's a great nostalgia moment right there. It's just utterly, and I mean utterly fantastic. I cannot believe how much I love this film. This was just... I mean, there's just so much I could talk about with Gabumon and Matt with his harmonica, with Tai talking to Agumon, and how Agumon just sees how Tai really grew up so much. I mean, it's just utterly freaking fantastic about this entire film. I love Digimon Adventure, Last Evolution, Kizuna. I mean, it's just utterly fantastic film. It's great for this. It's a great film. It respects what came before. It respects what's happened before for Digimon, and it shows a little bit of new things, and animation is utterly fantastic. The storyline makes sense. Nothing left open, like in a Digimon Tri series. What happened to the Dark Ocean Saga? What happened to that one girl? Did she got drowned? Now, what happened to Evil Jedi and all that stuff? We even got the O2 kids returning. And to see Davis and Ken, Yoli, and Cody was a nice bit too. There's a lot of great stuff about Digimon Adventure Last Evolution. If you love the original series, the Digimon Adventure 102, you're going to love this movie. If you enjoyed the Digimon Tri series, which I did too, you're gonna love this film because it does respectful things. The cast is basically good. It's basically the same voice cast from Tri-Series, except a little bit better in my opinion. They fixed Beomon, thank God. I mean, remember the English version of Beomon in the Tri-Series, god awful, but this film was just utterly freaking fantastic, and I love every single moment of it. I love Digimon Adventure Last Evolution. There was just so many great things about this, so many nostalgia moments, so many things that just like really gripped your heart of how these characters are growing up and how they're gonna leave their Digimon and all that stuff, or how Digimon's gonna leave them. And even though it's a goodbye, and they said sometimes you have to give up in life in order to move on and all this stuff. And then a part of me, like the little kid inside me, is like, no, don't move on. Screw it. Screw life and all that. But it's just what's great about Digimon. Digimon always will never be better than Pokemon in some people's eyes. But like with, it may not be so entertainment. It's not such worldviews. I mean, it's not like the most popular freaking thing, Digimon, compared to Pokemon for young kids. But I think Digimon is just something that is a treasure that should always be cherished, and it's one of the great movies, TV shows I've seen, and one of the greatest stories I've seen. And I absolutely love it. I'm so glad that the writers continue the story, continue the love and respect of the fans, and they love and respect these characters. Granted, we always have our issues. Nothing is perfect. The O2 ending with like certain characters getting together, certain characters not getting together. I mean, come on, TK and Korra had to get together, right? Right? But overall, Digimon Adventure Last Evolution, limited control, think everyone. I'm just releasing after everybody. Bye.